start that again. Okay, but anyway, we were saying with the adductors that the bony landmarks were the pubic bone to the sit bone. So one on each side, right? Pubic bone to sit bone are that whole ramus of the pelvis from your pubic bone all along this bottom bone to your sit bone is where the adductors attach. But the other place they attach, and where we're really thinking about them, is on a line down the leg, the linea aspera, which goes all the way down the femur. So they're on the front and the back of this thin line here. And so we've been talking about that if you thought of your inner thigh like an inseam of the inner thigh, the inseam of your tights, for example, that sometimes what you're doing is you're going to take, we call this the front and this the back of the inner thigh, front and the back. And we've been taking the front of the inner thigh sometimes and rolling it to the inseam, rolling it to the midline. And sometimes we take the back of it and we roll it to the midline. And sometimes we take them both to the midline. And sometimes we work on, oh, is the lower part engaging, the middle part engaging, the upper part engaging? Or when I tone it, am I only able to tone at one part? Because sometimes there'll be weakness in there. So we're going to keep working with those a little bit more. And yeah, some work with our breath. Always keep working with the breathing, the pranayama. All right. So let's go ahead, take a comfortable seat. And you're welcome to close your eyes or cast your gaze down. Find your connection to the earth. Lengthen your spine. And drop into your breathing. Can you bring in either Ujjayi breathing or your balanced inhale and exhale, the Samavriti breath? So as you drop into your breathing, can you nurture the smooth quality of both the inhale all the way, and then the turnaround to the exhale. So can you be smooth with that transition? If you're practicing Ujjayi breathing, the tongue is behind the upper two teeth. There's a hollowness in the back of the throat, kind of like the hollowness that's created when you fog up a mirror or your glasses. And then the tone at the back of the throat. So in this smooth quality of the inhale and the exhale that you're working with, can that tone at the back of the throat, notice, can that stay steady? So it's not gripping. And what is the comfortable pace for you? Notice what is a comfortable pace for the inhale and the exhale. So you might count that to yourself. You can count it out loud if you want to, right? But count that, and without producing any extra stress on the nervous system, can you balance that right now? So the inhale and the exhale will be even, or at least close to even. David White says, we are here. We are here essentially to risk ourselves in the world. We are a form of invitation to others and to otherness. We are made to hazard ourselves for the right thing, for the right woman or the right man, for a son or a daughter, sometimes for the right work, sometimes for a gift given against all the odds, and sometimes in the greatest and most emblematic act of human generosity for complete and utter strangers. And in all this continual risking, the most profound courage may be found in the greatest risk and the greatest vulnerability of all, the simple willingness to allow ourselves to be happy in that generosity, and out of that happiness to give more and more happiness along the way. The simple willingness, well, he's saying in all the continual risking, the most profound courage may be found in the greatest risk and the greatest vulnerability of all, the willingness to allow ourselves to be happy in that generosity, and out of that happiness to give more and more happiness along the way. And you let go of controlling the breath, but keep your attention focused on how your body is being breathed and relaxed. And bring your hands in Anjali Mudra. We'll sing Sahana Vavatu, Sahana Bhunaktu. Together may we be protected. Together may we be nourished. May our practice bring us great energy. May we feel illuminated. May that illumination dispel any darkness. And may we not hate others. So to begin, take a deep inhale. Sahana Vavatu Sahana Bhunaktu Savidyam Karavavai Tejasvinavarim Tamastu Ma Vidhyashavai Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And with your next exhale, you can bow your head to your heart. Release your hands. Lift your gaze. And let's go ahead and come up to standing. So you could either use your hands to come to standing, or you might try to get up without using your hands, just to practice that. You can clear off your spot so you have room. Move stuff out of the way. All right. So we'll come into taking a little wider stance, not super wide. We're just going to do some of the work with your breathing. So you can just start to dangle the arms at your sides and taking that little softness in the knees and just beginning to turn the body. So you might feel the body, the hands tapping back towards the kidneys. And then again, so with the exhale is going to be forceful out the mouth like you're blowing out a candle. And you're going to be pushing with the hands. So when you're ready, five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you slowly let the arms come back. Deep breath in. And then let's take the toes and turn them out. So the feet, are your feet wide enough? You're going to come down to goddess pose. So take the arms and let's inhale them out wide. Let's exhale. You're going to bend both knees. We'll bring the hands to the tops of the thighs. Check that the knees are more over the ankles, not the toes. You can put the weight of your hands on your thighs. Deep breathing. Let the shoulders shrug up towards the ears. So the middle and lower adductors are lengthening towards the knees. Let's take a twist here. We're going to inhale deeply. You're going to press into your right hand and just twist a little to the left. Another deep inhale. Exhale, you're going to come back to center. There's a little lift of the pubic bone. Some weight back in the heels. Another deep inhale. And then as you exhale, you're going to turn towards your right. So you're pressing into your left hand, lengthening the left inner thigh towards the knee. Another deep inhale. With your exhale, you'll come back to center. And then you're going to inhale, straighten both legs. And just relax there with the exhale. Let the arms dangle. Let's inhale, reach the arms straight ahead. Exhale, you're gonna pull the hands towards you, bend both knees. Inhale, reach the arms forward. Stay there for the exhale. Lengthening out the inner thighs. Can you find weight in the heels? And then with an inhale, lift both arms, straighten the legs. Lengthening all the way up. Exhale, release the hands, bend both knees. That's your exhale. Inhale, take the arms straight ahead. Clasp the hands, change the clasp. Knees are wide. Inhale, draw the hands towards you. Exhale, reach them away. Lengthen the inner thighs. Are the knees as wide as your toes? You don't want any weight on the inner knee. Inhale, lift the arms, straighten the legs. Exhale, release the arms, bend both knees. So as you're bending the knees, are you reaching out? Out the inner thighs. Bring the hands forward, clasp. Inhale, draw the hands towards you. Exhale, open them away, reach between the thumb and the pinky. And this time you're gonna keep the knees bent. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, release the hands. Inhale, take them forward. Exhale, change the clasp, draw the hands towards you. Inhale, reach them away. And then there's the exhale. And then the inhale, you're gonna press down, rise up. Exhale, release the arms. All right, turn the right heel out and the left foot in. Right heel out, left foot in. Because you're gonna come to warrior two. So inhale the arms back out. And exhale, warrior two. Stay rooted in the back heel. And can you drop back into your breathing, like the beginning of class, your Ujjayi breathing, or closer to it, just a balanced inhale and exhale. And then turn the palms to the sky. Inhale, straighten the leg, lift the arms. Exhale, release the arms. Spin the feet the other way. So now the right foot straight ahead, the left heel's out. The breathing's important, deep breathing. Inhale the arms out. And exhale, lengthening out the front inner thigh as you come down to warrior two. Drop back into the presence of the breath. On the back leg, can you find the heel of the back foot? Make sure if you look down at your right foot, you could see your big toe. You probably can see the big toe. If the big toe's hidden by your knee, then I want you to lengthen the inner thigh more. Lengthen out. Good. That's it. Great. And then we're going to inhale, straighten the front leg. Spin the feet parallel. Exhale, release the arms. Deep breath in. We'll step the feet back together. Take a moment, mountain pose. You can shine the palms forward. Notice the heels. And you put a little more weight in the heels than in the ball of the foot. Okay, and then you're going to step the feet wide again. This time we're going to go back. We're going to do a warrior two again, and we're also going to do a rising warrior in a side angle pose. So you might want to put a block at the left outer shin. All right, how's the length? You have some good length between the feet? Okay, inhale the arms out. With your exhale, warrior two. So on the back leg, bring some tone on the back inner thigh. Can you just tone a little towards the inseam of the back leg? Both the front and the back of that adductor on the back leg. And then can you reach that all the way to the right heel? And on your front thigh, can you reach out towards your knee? Then reach out to the knee so the knee is long. Then we'll relax the back arm, the right arm. Strong in the legs, inhale, rising. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, straighten the front leg. And exhale, you're going to side angle. So you move the pelvis to point towards the back foot. And just noticing like what happens when on the back leg, you tone the front and the back adductor towards the inseam of the right leg. And you straighten your right arm, reach the right arm out. And then inhale, come back up. And then we'll straighten that leg, relax the arms. Let's go to the other side. So I only come, when we do warrior two, rising warrior, then I take that moment to just take a little weight off the front hip in order to be able to go to side angle. So I won't be as deep in warrior two and then trying to transition here because there's already some pressure in the hip. Inhale the arms out. Exhale, warrior two. So on the back leg, you can tone the front and back of those adductors toward the inseam and all the way to the heel of the back foot. And let's inhale, rising. Your next exhale, you come back towards warrior two. Just take a little weight off the front hip to shift side angle. And we were experimenting on the other side. I said, if you tone to the inseam of the back leg, what happens to the left side body, the side of the body that's up towards the sky? And then we'll inhale, come up. Exhale, release the arms. Let's make the feet parallel. We're going to take a wide-legged forward fold. So if you need blocks, bring them up in front of you. And then you can, when you're ready, you can put your hands up on your hips. And exhale, bow forward. Hands come down to either blocks or the ground. And then you're going to walk the hands forward towards downward dog arms. So the weight is balanced between the ball and the heel. And then is the pubic bone at midline. So you're toning with the pubic bone to midline. If you feel like if the pubic bone is moving off to one side, If your pubic bone is moving a little to the right, for example, you're going to tone from the right inner knee to the right inner heel. That should move the pubic bone a little bit, the pelvis, it moves the pelvis a little left so that the sacrum is level. We want the sacrum to be level at the back body. And deep breathing here. Can you go back to either your balanced, the Ujjayi breathing, the balanced inhale, exhale. And then we'll walk the hands back. You could step the feet together or hop them together. And there's the feet, hands upon the hips, and inhale, come up. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. Good, and relax both arms. Let's take a sun salutation this morning. So you'll have your blocks, if you have blocks. If you don't, you have, by now, you've probably come up with something. If you still want blocks or any props, look at the website. It'll guide you to one. I'm hoping, and we could ask Ann. She ordered some blocks from them, and hopefully she's got them both now. All right, so you're going to stand at the top of your mat and bring your hands in front of your heart. Taking that moment to connect into the ground, to notice the weight as it is in your feet. And then release your hands and inhale, lift both arms. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale halfway. Exhale, right foot back. So notice the weight in your hips. You're going to balance the weight in your hip joint, both of them. And the front one is the easiest one to put your felt sense into. And then start to lighten the hands. Inhale, come up. Arms can either stay wide, they might be in front of the heart, they might be alongside your ears. And same with the gaze. The gaze could be down to the ground if you're looking for more stability. It could be straight ahead, or you might lift it up. Inhale the arms back out. Exhale, bow forward. We're going to inhale, step forward. Exhale, left foot back. So you're reaching into the ground. You're reaching down into the front heel. And even, and can you find the big toe of the back foot? Reach into the big toe ball. Take the arms out and rise. Inhale, lift the arms. Inhale, your arms wide. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, step forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, bow. Inhale, come all the way up. Arms overhead. Exhale, hands back in front of the heart. Inhale, lift both arms. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, downward facing dog or puppy. If you want to use hands on blocks, you're welcome to do that as well. Let's inhale and lift your right leg. Reach the right leg all the way up. Strong inner thigh, toning to the midline. And then the exhale, you come up on the ball of the left foot. Bring the knee forward. Stepping forward. Inhale, upright. Inhale the arms out. Exhale to plank. And exhale all the way down to plank pose. In your plank pose, inner thighs, toning into that inseam, the front, the back of both the middle, the lower. Touch the knees down and bring your chest down. Let's inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, all fours. Plank, downward dog or puppy. And then with your next inhale, lift the left leg. Up on the ball of the right foot, left foot forward. Inhale upright when you're ready. Inhale the arms out. Exhale, bow forward. Keep reaching into the back leg as you bow. Inhale, step forward. Exhale, bow. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. Relax the arms. We're going to do one more. In this one, we're going to add, we'll go up in the lunge, then we're going to come down, and we're going to take a revolved Parsvakonasana. All right, so blocks are handy. All righty. Here we go. Inhale, lift both arms. Exhale, forward fold. Your inhale halfway. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hands can be on blocks or the ground. Let's inhale, lift the right leg. Strong in both arms. Come up on the ball of the left foot. Exhale, right knee forward. So you could bring, if you don't have your blocks, bring your blocks so that when you come down in a moment, the one block is going to be on the inside of the right foot, the inside of the right big toe. And then go ahead, come upright, upright lunge. Still in the present. Strongly reaching to the back inner thigh. They're toning to the inseam, especially the front of the back inner thigh. Then inhale the arms out. Exhale. As you bow forward, you're going to bring right hand on your hip, left hand on your block. And then you're going to twist to the right, twisting to the right, but strongly reaching through the back of your thigh. The base of the big toe. You might take the right arm and drop it down and up along your right ear. Still toned on the left inner thigh. Exhale, bow forward, step to plank. See if plank pose feels more restful that way. Not that there isn't tone and your strength. Lower the knees, bring the chest down. When you're ready, again, the inner thighs tone to the inseam and come to cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, all fours. And you could take either puppy or downward dog. If you take puppy, just walk the hands forward. Keep the spine long. And with your next inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, left foot forward. You can bring a block or have the block close. You might have your hand on both blocks. The right hand block's close to the left big toe. So we're going to come upright when you're ready. Lighten the hands, take the arms out, and come up. Maybe lift the arms. Your inhale, the arms out. Your exhale, you're coming to revolved side angle. So start to turn the pelvis, hand to the hip, hand to the block. Strong on the back inner thigh. Yeah, and you might add the arm. Back to center. Inhale, step forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, bow. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. Relax your arms. Just standing. Arms can be relaxed though. And then you're welcome to open your eyes if your eyes were closed. We get all that, the energy of kapha moving. So we're moving, you know, the sun salutation, really getting things moving. And we could see, because we don't want to get stuck, right? Stuck in the mud this time of year. We have a lot of, if it's rainy, we're getting a lot of mud. So we want to really move our energy. So we're going to take triangle pose. So if you'll take another stance and then turn, let's go to the left first. You're going to turn the right foot in a little and left foot out. Have a block or something to help you if you want to at the left outer shin. Both legs are straight. And then we'll inhale the arms out. And exhale to triangle pose. If you want to bring the back hand on the hip to start, that's fine. So on the back leg, if you tone, sometimes we let the back inner thigh really go. So this is not muscular effort. This is really working with the fascia, but you're going to tone that back inner thigh, the back of the back inner thigh towards the midline. So you might feel when you do that, yeah, exactly. Did you feel yourself turn? Because I saw some of you turn. Yeah. Yep, and then add the arm. Torso turns. And maybe the head. Is the middle of the back inner thigh still toned to that inseam? And then we're going to inhale, come up. Good. And we'll, let's step the feet together for a moment. So we can get a sense what's happening in the body. You get that moment where you feel like one leg maybe feels longer than the other leg. Great, let's fix that. Let's step the feet wide again. And we'll turn the right foot out and left foot in. Both legs are straight. Inhale the arms out. And exhale to triangle. Sometimes bringing the hand to the hip is helpful, but you don't have to do it that way. You can take it overhead. It's okay. On the front leg, you're lengthening the inner thigh towards the knee, all the way towards, you might even be lengthening it towards the right inner heel, so that the weight isn't all dumping to the right outer heel. And then on the back leg, bring some tone into the inseam of the back adductors toward the middle, towards the middle of the thigh. And there's the chest turns, maybe the arm, and maybe the head. And then we'll inhale, come up. Good, release the arms. Make the feet parallel. Let's step the right foot to meet the left. See if that's feeling more balanced. Great. Let's step the feet wide again. And we're going to take a wide-legged forward fold. So a little piece of neutral. So exhale, bow forward. And then take the hands, downward dog arms, back to where you were towards the beginning of class. So we want the sacrum to be level. We want to feel a little tone at the inner thigh. And your breath. Can you make it balanced here? Can you make it smooth? All right, and then we're going to walk your hands back. Great, let's shift them up onto your hips. Come up to standing, and let's step the left foot to meet the right. Okay, great. All right. So let's take this to do one more standing pose, half moon pose. So I want to just have you see if in your experience you're feeling with some attention on the inner thigh, some tone towards the inseam, if you can find your balance in half moon. So you could have both blocks come to the top of your mat. They're lined up with the little toe side of your foot. And they're out away from you a little bit so that you're not, your spine is going to be able to still stay long. Have you been practicing coming from Tadasana? Because that's where we're going to go. So let's have you're going to stand on the right leg and just take the left toes back. So you can look down at your right foot pointing straight ahead. All right. Connect to the earth. And as you exhale, pick up the back leg. Left hand can come to the hip. Whoa, I hit something back there. Reach all the way into the standing leg. So from the adductor, reach into the right inner heel. And also from the right outer heel, reach all the way up to the greater trochanter. Right leg is really strong. Left leg is lengthening back, straight back. And you might find yourself starting to turn. Maybe the arm. And we'll release that. You feel the heat really build in there? In the standing leg? Get so much heat in the standing leg. I feel like when I was practicing earlier today, I was like, wow, so much heat generated there. All right, let's try the second side. So you shift the weight left and just have the right foot back part way. And when you're ready, go ahead. When you come out, you're gonna bend your front knee, lift yourself up, and bring the legs back together. Great. Take your time, yeah. Good. Mountain pose. And then we're gonna come down to the ground. So you're gonna come down to the ground, you're gonna need a strap and probably something to sit on, a blanket or two. So grab a blanket. We're gonna take a twist. We're gonna take a version of Ardha Matsyendrasana 2, which we did last Friday. We're gonna make the right leg straight, and you can bring your left foot, you don't have to sit super high, left foot to the right inner knee. If your left outer leg isn't on the ground, put a little lift there. And with your strap, you're gonna want a loop in the strap if you have the ability to do that easily. Otherwise, just take a belt or a scarf around the right foot, and then you're gonna take the tail around the left hip. So it's around the right foot, and then the tail is going out and around the left. The tail goes all the way around, comes all the way, oh no, the right arm goes all the way around to grab the tail over by the left hip. Right hand reaches behind you to grab the tail over by the left hip. All right, and then left hand on the strap. All right, so you're twisting to the right. And you're gonna, on the right leg, you're gonna tone the adductors to midline, to the inseam of the leg on the straight leg. And then we'll exhale the center. All right, let's take that off and let's switch sides. Left leg straight. So the right, if you sit in lotus pose, you could bring that right foot up into lotus. If you don't, then you bring the right foot to the inner knee. Straps going over the left foot, and then the tail is coming all the way around to the bent knee side. Left hand reaches back and around to grab onto the tail, way over by the right leg. And then right hand on the strap, twisting to the left. On the straight leg, tone the adductors to the inseam. And then with your next exhale, go ahead and release. Good. You can take the strap off. And let's take Upavishta Konasana. You're going to take the legs wide apart. So legs wide apart. You might have, you want the pubic bone to be able to tilt forward. So if you need to put more height under the pelvis, you can do that. And some, you might look at your legs. Are the knees pointing up to the ceiling? Like, so that, and the feet pointing to the ceiling. And sometimes in this pose, we just try to let go through here, but I'm just going to ask you on the bottom adductor, lift that one up a little towards the inseam. That's going to keep the legs in a certain position, even as you, some of you might tilt the torso forward a little, but you're not going to take the legs with you. You're going to tone that back inner thigh towards the inseam of the leg. So you'll either be upright or you might have walked your hands forward some. Now, can you go back to the balanced breath, either through Ujjayi or the Samavriti breath? Can you still have a smooth breath here? And then walk your hands back. You can take the hands under the knees, either way, and pick the legs up and bring them straight ahead. All right. So we're going to come down on your back, and you're going to want this strap for for Supta Padangusthasana. So lie down. And we'll start. You can have both knees bent, both feet on the floor. Your strap, you know where it is. And then let's bring the right knee up and take this strap and put it over the right foot. And you can make this, the way you hold your strap, you could hold it with the right hand, left arm out, or both arms right now. You're going to take the left leg and take it out long on the ground. So right leg is up, left leg is long on the floor. On the down leg, tone the inner thigh of the down leg to the inseam so that you've got strength on the leg that's rooted on the ground. And that strength you can also find all the way into the low belly. So that now as you take your right leg a little bit to the right, keeping the pelvis level on the ground, strong on that down leg, tone in the left low belly. We'll inhale, lift the leg back up. Let's switch hands on the strap. And you're still keeping left leg toned on the inner thigh, but let's cross the right leg just a little bit. Let's keep the top of the sacrum on the right, on the ground. Sacrum stays on the ground. The right leg just comes a little across midline. And then we'll come back up. Take the strap off. Let's put that leg on the ground next to the other one. All right, let's bend the right knee so the right foot comes to the floor. Then you'll bring the left knee up and take the strap over that leg. You might hold it with, excuse me, the left hand, and then straighten your right leg out on the floor. All right. With your next exhale, you can take the left leg toward the left. As you do, keep some tone at the right inner thigh all the way into the midline of the right leg. You might find that trying to tone the middle of the right inner thigh feels a little shaky, or maybe it feels like I can do it for a little while, but man, that's really hard to keep toned. And inhale, bring the leg up. Switch your hands. Left arm's going to come out to the side. Left sacrum stays down as you just start to cross the leg over midline. And then let's lift the leg back to vertical for a moment. Let's take both hands up on the strap just for a moment. I didn't mention this, but sometimes what you might notice is when you tone the leg on the ground, is that it gets a little longer. If you relax the inner thigh of the right leg, if you were pushing the right heel into the wall, when you tone the inner thigh, you would feel the right leg reaches out longer on the ground. So it's giving you more stability and there's more length. And then we'll go ahead and bend the knee. And let's take the left leg and put it on the ground and let both legs relax. All right, and then let's bring both knees. We'll bend both knees, put them both on the ground, both feet on the floor. And let's reach the arms overhead, palms up to the sky. And then let's just move the pelvis a little. So you're going to take the pubic bone between the inner thigh, and then you're going to lift your pubic bone up. So you're just moving with the breath. You're just moving the pelvis. All right, great. And then let's lift the knees up and let's take happy baby. So you might grab on to the backs of the thighs. You might grab on to the shins or maybe the outer feet. So there's the top of the sacrum is still on the floor. And then we'll take the feet toward each other, slide the hands, if they're not on the shins, bring them to the shins. So we're taking a reclined Baddha Konasana. The feet don't have to touch. I want you to bring your attention back to the sacrum again. Just kind of notice how the sacrum is as it touches the ground here. Then bring the knees together, the feet to the floor, and take the legs long again for a moment. All right, let's bend the knees, roll over to one side, use the arms, and push yourself up. Great. So let's take a seat. We're gonna take a pranayama practice, and then you'll either come to Shavasana or you can stay seated, whatever your choice. But we're gonna come up to sitting and do our pranayama first. And we're gonna do a balanced Nadi Shodhana is what we're gonna do. So in this, we're gonna do, if you remember, an alternate nostril breathing. What you're gonna do is you're gonna inhale, say for a count of 4 or 6. So you'll inhale for that count, hold the breath there for the same count, exhale out the right, hold the exhale out for the same, inhale right, hold the breath in, exhale left. So we're doing kind of, we did last week, I think, box breathing where we were doing the 1 to 1 to 1 to 1. We're gonna do the same thing, only we're doing it in alternate nostril breathing. Does that make sense? So the inhale, yeah, so it'll be inhale for 4 or 6, whatever, hold for 4, exhale for 4, hold for 4, inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale, okay? So go ahead and take your hand. You'll put use the tips of the fingers and the tips of the thumb below the bony cartilage. And first go ahead and inhale and exhale out both nostrils. And then when you're ready, you'll close the right nostril, inhale left. Hold the inhale for the same count. Then you'll exhale out right. Suspend the exhale for the same count. Then you'll inhale right. Hold the exhale for the same amount. And then exhale back left. And that's one round. Can you do 4 more rounds?
When you are done with those rounds, the exhale ends on the left. You're welcome to take yourself to Shavasana, or if you want to stay in a seated meditation, either one. If you're resting in Shavasana, you can allow your breath to deepen. And just beginning to awaken your body to movement. Making a mindful transition over to one side. And using the support of your hands to come back up to sitting. And bring your hands together in front of your heart. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Gosh, can't wait to see you all again in here. No, I'm so happy to see you on the screen. Thank you so much.